You finally see light at the end of the tunnel, Robert. You are sweating profusely and so exhausted, and you come out of a cavern that the river is running down, and in front of you are mountains, and the river stretches further up into the mountains, and it runs underground. You are here. The Green X. You ran underground for 17 miles.
Bro's taking the hunter exam. Jesus Christ.
You're now just in the Sword Mountain. Looking around, you see nothing out of the ordinary, just that a river flows underground and apparently leads through to Phandelver.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
What do you do?
Am I actively in the mountains?
You're like right at the foothills.
Oh.
You're like maybe, if you look down, I'd say you're maybe 100 feet up the mountain. The last bit, you've started running uphill.
All right. I'll just walk back over the foothills in the direction of Phandelver.
All right, you start walking back towards Phandelver. All right.
Is he not so exhausted that he can't even walk anymore?
He has one level of exhaustion, which I think is like disadvantage on a bunch of stuff.
I didn't even run a marathon yet.
Yeah, but you're going like full sprint. You're moving like 60 feet per 6 seconds for
Usain Bolt.
3 hours. You're gonna get exhausted.
Absolutely.
You have disadvantage on ability checks, and I said this point walking back, we're gonna move you up to level 2, so your speed is half. So it's gonna take you like 9 hours to get back to Phandelver, unless you rest and sleep for 8 hours.
Then it'll take 8 billion hours. No, I'll just walk back.
All right. So he's slowly making his way back. You could also magically fly, I guess.
I'd have to use my potion for that. I'm not doing that.
At least he got some cardio, I guess.
Yeah, you definitely burned all this other still out of your system.
Now I'm ready to go again. While I'm walking, I'm going to cast Sending to Oris and say, I found the end of the tunnel. And it's just a mountains.
And does that just happen instantly?
Yeah, he knows who sent it and can respond.
So you just, as you're looking up at these goblins, ready to get into combat, you just hear a voice in your head from Robert being like, found the end of the tunnel. It just leads into the mountains.
Okay, do I respond in my head?
Yeah, I would imagine.
I just say, thank God you're alive. Get back to town. Oh, wait. I was about to say, get back to town. Everything's gone to shit. You've been here. You were here. You know that. I say that anyway.
What happened here?
There's goblins everywhere. Also, the black stone is obsidian, I say. And then I shout out loud in actual voice. Robert's alive.
Oh, good.
Hold up. These goblins kind of sexy, though.
One of the goblins scrambles down the inn and makes it down to the ground using the 20 feet of movement and approaches Oris and then reaches forth and punches you twice with its fists.
Rude.
It whiffs horribly and misses you. It just clashes into your shield twice. The other one scrambles down and attempts to punch Frito. Does a 18 hit you?
Yep.
And I assume a 23 will then as well.
Actually, a 23 will not hit.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Wow. So you take 10 bludgeoning damage plus 10 more psychic damage from these punches.
Ow. Bastard.
And then that is your turn.
My turn to a kill. I'm gonna disengage from this one, and I'm gonna run over and try and rapier this guy.
All right, give me a roll.
Does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
Bet. Okay, so that's gonna do 22 damage.
22 damage. You pierce into this weird goblin that you've never seen the likes of before.
Fuck this goblin.
As it is heavily injured.
That's all I got.
Anything else? All right. Next up is Gerald, who will also close the distance. Thea. Fuck. Thank you. I will get it one day. I will.
Today is not that day.
But not today. Thea's going to hit with her first attack and does 20 damage as one of the creatures falls to the ground
Let's go.
dead.
Get fucked.
She will then move over to the other one and attempt to hit it. She does another 20 damage to the other goblin. Next up is the third goblin, who will also scramble down the inn and come next to Thea, and then it's just going to start slashing at Thea with its blade, and it makes 3 attacks,
Holy shit.
and all of them missed.
Oh my.
It got 2 2s on the dice.
Oh my.
No, yeah, it got 2
Wearing a
2s
2-2?
and a 12, none of which is enough to hit Thea. So it just slams its blade with the glowing green energy across Thea's armor, leaving no scratches. I need Thea, Frito, and Oris to all make a intelligence saving throw.
Sussy wussy. Unnatural 20.
25.
25. Okay, you guys succeed, but you see as the goblin that Thea killed died, it sort of explodes in a conconic force of psychic energy, and you guys are mentally fortitude enough to withstand it, but Thea does not.
Uh-oh.
So she takes,
Does Thea have her mask off at all times now?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yes.
That explains why people
8.
don't recognize her.
She takes 12 damage.
Is she looking over her shoulder and hearing voices?
No. This happened in the past. It's one of those times I forgot to do something, so I did it retroactively. Oris, that's you.
Okay. Can I back up and then run full sprint, pogo stick over Frida with my boots and grapple this goblin?
Yes, I believe so.
Excellent. That is what I do.
All right. Give me the strength roll.
16.
All right. You grapple the goblin to the ground.
Somebody kill that other one! I probably can't, but can I bonus... Well, actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bonus action fly tip over here and just have him, like, circle around in case it tries to get away.
Okay. That brings us up to the goblin, who will punch Gerald twice.
Thea.
Thea, fuck, hits with one of them, so Thea takes 8 damage. That then brings us to Frito.
Frito is going to... I'm going to disengage from this one and hop over and try and attack this one.
All right, give me an attack roll.
I don't even think you have to disengage. Or...
Oh, if I don't have to disengage, I won't.
It's tackled, so you don't need to.
Oh, I didn't realize it was tackled. My mistake. How about a 26 or 24 to hit? Gonna be 7, 10, 12, 14 damage.
That goblin is also now dead.
Hooray!
Next up will be Thea, who is not going to do anything, just prepare in case the other goblin tries to break free. And then that is the goblin. And you see a... well, actually, Frito and Thea first will need to make a...
Intelligence
saving throw.
It's gonna be a 10.
All right. Both of you take 8 damage.
Ow!
As the creature explodes. Next, you see a broiling green energy start emitting from the goblin you have captured's head, and then it expels outwards. And I'm going to need everyone to make a intelligence saving throw.
Unnatural 20.
16 for me, 17 for Tip.
Everyone takes 6 damage. You see that Thea has sort of frozen up and is not moving.
Oh my god.
Got to Thea, the
They
bastards.
failed. Alright. Oris, that's you.
Okay, well, with it grappled, I'm gonna yell, "Whatever you just did to my friend, you better undo it," and I'm gonna punch it in the head. Not lethal.
Give me an attack roll. You're non-lethal, but you'd still do the damage, correct?
Yeah.
So with advantage, actually you're the one grappling it, so it's not advantage.
25.
That will hit, and that does
5 damage.
5 damage. Alright.
I'm just like punching it in its bulbous head. Undo it!
That brings us to Frito.
Punch it too.
Alright. Give me a roll with advantage, because you're not actively grappling it.
That's for an unarmed strike.
Yes.
13.
Alright, that...
I missed the punch.
You're trying not to hit Oris, so you sort of like accidentally just like slam into the ground.
I should use comprehend languages. God damn it.
Thea doesn't do anything. The goblin goes next.
Can I have Tip snap in front of Thea's face?
Tip does that, no reaction.
Okay. There's no fucking
Let me look up how to do
fireplaces for you to escape to, little bitch.
Alright, you see that same billowing energy start building up from its mind once again, and everybody will need to make another intelligence saving throw.
God damn it! Unnatural 20 for me.
11.
11. Alright.
And an 8 for Tip.
Everyone who got less than a 13 is going to take 5, 11, 12, 16 damage and become incapacitated until the end of the goblin's next turn.
Oh, boof.
And you see Thea collapse to the ground, unconscious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You take half of that damage, Dylan, so you'll take 8 damage. That's you, Oris.
Okay, my unarmed strike this time is going to be me squeezing on its throat as hard as I can, trying to make it go unconscious. Should I roll?
Alright. Yeah.
24.
That hits, does damage.
5.
I suppose I should... It has been damaging itself as it does these things. See how much health it has left. So you have to get that to 0 to make it drop unconscious.
Yeah.
Tip going to participate, try to do anything?
He's incapacitated.
Oh, he's incapacitated. True. That brings us to a death saving throw from Thea, which fails.
Oh, God.
And then it brings us back to the goblin. All right. It does not do that same blast of energy, but you see it, the green swirling as well. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Dylan.
19.
Damn. That's its turn. It's you again.
Alright, I'm gonna let go of the goblin, rush over to Thea's body, and try to find the healing potion I think she has on her to give it to her.
All right. She does have one, so you find that.
I start pouring it in her mouth.
Do you use an action or a bonus action to do so? Action would mean she would get the full amount of health you could possibly hear. Bonus action will roll for it.
Bonus action.
You're just like dumping it in her mouth and hoping she swallows some of it.
Yeah, and the goblin has turned, so they're no longer incapacitated?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So 3, 6, 7, 9 health to Thea.
And then with my action, I'm going to cast Hold Person on the goblin.
What save does it make?
Wisdom 14 save.
That is successful. What does that eliminate?
It makes them paralyzed.
For how long? Up to a minute. So you have 10 rounds where they can't...
Yeah, and each... I think you can make another check at the end of each of its turns.
Frito, that is you.
Frito is very tempted to just try and kill this fucker right now. Mostly because I am about to die.
Use your survival instincts, Frito.
My survival instincts are telling me back up and shoot a firebolt at it.
Hell yeah.
All right. And that just happens with Hold Person, right?
It might give him advantage, I'm not sure.
Creature,
I think it gives him...
creature is incapacitated, automatically fails...
it's an auto crit, right?
It's advantage in this, in D&D rules, in Baldur's Gate, I think it's an auto crit.
Oh, okay.
18.
That hits.
So that's going to be 2d10s. I will do 5 damage. Oh my god. No need to thank me, guys.
Gerald,
Thea
is also going to weaken the creature. Advantage. Wow. Rolled 2 4s. So that's a miss. So the second one, she's just getting back on her feet and like wildly swings. Misses both times. The second one connects though, and that's 5, 10, 16, 19, 24 damage, which still does not bring the monstrosity of a goblin down, but severely weakens it. On the goblin's turn, Oris, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's acting even though it's paralyzed?
Yes.
Okay. 8.
8. All right. You start hearing whispers in your mind as you take 13 points of psychic damage.
Holy shit. Is that a spell?
Yes.
I counterspell it.
So you have to see the creature cast a spell. It's not doing any verbal, somatic, or material components for the spell.
Oh, okay.
But I have been describing the weird green energy building up. So you see that happening, and you assume it's casting a spell, so I'll let you do it.
Thank you. One of us has to stay alive.
I think it's
Robert
just...
comes back and we're all dead in the street.
It's first level dissonant whispers, so just reverses the damage.
Cool. Not today, goblin scum.
But that's pretty scary, isn't it? It's doing all of this with no spell requirements.
Yeah, it's not itself.
You're missing out, Robert, by running down a mile.
But maybe he discovers himself a little, you know? All of us could do with a little bit of that.
Or you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna run back over. Unarmed strike. I'm gonna try to slam its head onto this, like, trap door thing and try to knock it out.
Alright.
Did it pass its saving throw?
No.
Okay, so I have advantage.
Yes.
16.
That hits.
5 more damage as I slam its head.
You're like, go unconscious! Go unconscious! That takes us back to Frito.
Tip's gonna sting it as well.
Tip stings it? Alright. Give me the attack roll with advantage.
Every time I click to roll something on his character sheet, it closes. That's really fun. 22 to hit.
22 hits. And then I have to make a con save against the poison, correct?
Yeah. If Tip kills the goblin, that will be so funny.
It fails. The poison.
So that's going to be 6 stinging damage and then 13 poison damage.
So 19 damage. Total.
Yes.
You can't do poison non-lethally.
Can I have him choose to not do the poison? Or is it because it's a sting, it's just sort of innate?
That's what I'm reading. I think it sounds like it's innate, because even on a fail, it still does half poison damage.
Yeah.
Tip stabs into the creature non-lethally, bringing it unconscious, and then the poison starts to pump into it. And Theo lays on hands this goblin to cure it of the poison so it doesn't kill it.
Excellent. Alright, I want to start tying it up with rope. Rope in the mouth, rope over the eyes, rope over the big head.
But do keep in mind, it didn't need its voice or its hands or any materials to do any of its spells at you.
True.
You tie it up and bound it.
I'm going to start dragging it towards the manor.
You drag it towards the manor.
Until I get back to where that jail cell was and throw him in it.
You throw him in this jail cell. Do you stay there? Do you leave?
What do the other people do while I'm doing this?
Thea at least follows you.
I'll follow.
Right.
I'll tell Thea to stay guard on it. And heal herself.
Stay guard on it. Okay. Everyone, including Robert, who wasn't there, just for fairness, is going to get 500 experience.
Oh my god. Now that felt like a 500 experience fight.
Bobby Big Dick on the scene.
Yeah,
Bobby's like pissing next to a tree in the wilderness and then feels like magical energy in himself.
We're starting to get into the difficult combat, boys.
Those ogres definitely didn't almost kill us.
Nope.
Yeah, well, that's because all the bugbears got to go twice and absolutely wrecked you guys.
True.
Thea heals herself to 8 hit points if you can.
Now we wait for Robert. Oh, my body hurts.
So you're gonna wait for Robert before investigating.
Yeah, I'm sure Robert will want to
take like a long rest. It's gonna take Robert 9 hours to get here.
Yeah, I need to sleep. My body hurts.
So you leave the goblin locked up, and everyone takes a long rest.
I will take shifts with Thea to watch the goblin.
All right. High or low?
High.
High. That's what you want. We got low. Okay. So during one of your shifts, Oris, you see the goblin wake up. You see it bound and gagged, and you don't see anything, but you see the wrappings and what you've done start to come undone and fall off your prisoner.
Okay, I slammed the extra door closed.
So are you outside of the area now?
Yes, I'm away from the bars outside the extra door, and I start yelling for Frito. Frito! Frito!
You wake up the two people. So, let me move us to the Red Brand hideout then. So you are over here in this area. Are you guys standing here? Or are you like standing here?
I am here looking through the door.
Okay.
So I'm shouting, and it has to go all the way up.
Yeah, it takes Thea, and you hear like stumbling and then pounding of feet as two people are running towards you. But in the meantime, you see the goblin turn and look at you as the coverings fall from its eyes. You get a feeling it realizes it's been captured, and then you see that energy that was building up and releasing earlier start to come, and then it directs it inside and kills itself.
Self-destructed.
Shakes
I kick the door.
the room. The door opens.
We know one thing for sure. Whatever this thing is, it does not want any information out about it.
And it's also a lot more powerful than other goblins.
Whew.
Thea and Frito finally make it. What happened?
It killed itself.
Yeah, of course it did.
There's...
Just like Epstein.
There has to be some sort of hive mind of goblins being led by Ruxathid. The magic ones have to all be connected somehow. Because otherwise, why would it kill itself if not because the master knows that it could give away information? Well, let's get some sleep. Has anything else happened in the night while we were doing this debacle?
Not that you've heard. You are farther removed from the village, however.
Alright, I'm gonna, I guess, limp my way down and just see if anything's happening in the village.
It seems it's a quiet night.
Brilliant.
So that's maybe part of the terror being enacted here.
I just sit down on the bottom of the hill and just watch.
About 5 hours later, Thea and Frito wake up from the long rest. You guys slept for 8 hours, and about an hour after that, you see Robert hobbled over, barely standing, walked back towards the manor.
Robert?
Big Bobby.
I told you he was alive. I wasn't hearing things. It definitely wasn't the goblin demon telling me to destroy everything.
Kill him before it's too late.
Crispinois mode activate.
I'm gonna pass out on the hill.
So how'd it go?
Lots of demon goblins now. Fun.
Demon goblins. Ooh, I missed out.
Robert, you're here.
Yeah.
When did you get here? I thought I was dreaming. I don't think I slept last night.
40 seconds ago.
Oh, so I wasn't dreaming. I kiss him on the cheek. It's good to see you're still alive.
Good wife.
Fuck off. You have... Who has the ring now? Someone else has the ring. Anyway.
You gave away my wedding ring?
Thea has it.
You saw me do it. Thea's your wife. Anyway. There was... goblins. And you knew that. And... also... Halia. Her building. She was attacked. She fought them off. She saw them leave southern into a forest. And bloodstains. There might be bloodstains. I'm so tired. But we might have time to check.
Kill them.
Are you tired?
He's exhausted. 2 levels of it.
Very tired. You know what'll fix that? Eating goblins. Nom, 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 nom.
Perhaps we should take a little bit of a nap. Maybe like an hour of a nap.
To get rid of exhaustion, you have to do a full night's sleep, and that removes 1 level.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, are you fine being exhausted, Robert?
Yep, it's not gonna go away anytime soon.
Alright, let's go! I
Drunken
start
fist.
wandering general direction, and I just fall over.
You start making your way...
Thea, carry me!
You took a long rest, did you not?
No, I just sat on the hill watching the village all night.
Then you probably also have a level of exhaustion.
Help me! Somebody carry me!
Thea picks you up and carries you.
Thank you.
But Frito took a full rest, so you could do an inspiring speech again.
I'm a bit drained on... No, I'm kidding. I'll do an inspiring speech.
Alright, so then everyone gets the 10 temp HP.
Tell me I'm beautiful, Frito.
You make your way south. Nature from, I guess, Gerald tracked them. He used to be proficient at this. I guess persuasion. 17. Gerald sort of leads you guys down a path where it's more trampled down. And there's some blood splattered every now and again. After about 40 minutes, you eventually start approaching an area with some fires, and you can smell some stuff being cooked. And you hear in the distance, in common, surprisingly, these goblins are being a little bit more relaxed and not speaking only in goblin. Hope the others made it back. Else Ruxathid is gonna have our heads.
I go invisible.
You go invisible. Anyone else do anything?
Oris is asleep over Thea's shoulder, so unless someone wakes him up, he did not hear that.
Robert's gonna start creeping.
Right, you start creeping. Theo will shake you awake.
Goblins everywhere! Oh, it was just a dream. Oh, there actually are goblins.
They mentioned Ruxathid.
Ruxathid?
Indeed.
Finally! I plop down, feeling a little bit better now that I got some sleep, but I start stumbling towards the goblins.
Alright. Stumbling towards the goblins definitely alerts them to where you are.
Yep.
Most likely. Robert, you probably snuck into the camp. Everyone else is sort of on the outside. We're gonna do initiative.
Oh.
Hooray!
Alright, Frito is up first.
Frito. Oh my gosh. This is my time to shine. I'm gonna hop, skip, and a jump over to here.
And for those who were at the fight yesterday, these look like the ones that went down a lot quicker and not the one that kept blasting energy at everyone.
Okay, good. Is this on fire still?
No, the one over here is, however.
Have they spotted everyone or just me?
I think they clocked everyone but Robert, who's invisible.
Gonna firebolt this man's.
Alright, give me a roll.
How about a 14?
That unfortunately misses.
Just confidence. That's all I got. I'm also going to use the bathroom.
Robert, that's you.
Are these spooky green goblins or regular
They are
goblins?
emitting green energy.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna take a couple steps back and then I'm gonna shatter the fireplace.
Alright. That's con saving throws?
Yep.
And they're trying to beat 15. We have 2 successes, 1 fail.
Alright. That is 15 for the fail.
Alright. Which will be 7 for the success.
And then I run back here.
Alright. Next up is Gerald. Not Gerald, Thea. Can't quite get there. So they're going to Misty Step bonus action here, move forward, and start swinging. That hits. They did not activate their thing, so they're going to smite this goblin. Yeah. One of the goblins goes down dead. She will use the remaining movement to draw close with another one. Next up are the goblins. One is going to punch Gerald twice. Both miss.
They punch who?
Thea. Sorry. Going to also advance on Thea and try to attack. One hits successfully, so that is 7 damage to Thea. That then brings us to Oris.
Were the goblins eating any food?
It looks like they were in the process of making it.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up, sit down on the ground, and take whatever they were cooking and eat it.
Alright.
So who's this Ruxithid? Take me to your leader! That's my turn.
Tip doing anything?
Yeah, he's gonna take a nibble out of the food I just got.
Alright. That brings us to Nick.
Time for me to firebolt this man's.
Mm-hmm.
How about a 20 unnatural?
That hits.
How about a 21 unnatural?
That still hits.
How about a 22 unnatural?
What damage do you?
Oh fuck, I dropped my dice. I guess we'll just never know.
You did 2 damage, didn't you?
I did 12 damage. Take that and add a 1 in front of it. I'm so funny.
You burn the goblin severely. Robert.
Alright. 10, 15. Back over here.
8. And from there you're doing?
I'll Dissonant Whisper the one with more health.
Alright. That's a wisdom saving throw.
User
They passed.
Oh, they take 6 damage.
And it's psychic, right?
6. Yeah.
They take 3 damage.
Oh,
Gerald is up. He will swing on one of them. Hit to 10 damage. He will then on it again. Hit. Kill it. Then Goblin's going to return the favor and try to punch Thea. Trying to punch Thea. They hit once on Thea, doing 7 damage to Thea. That is Oris.
How much damage did they do to Gerald?
Not. They did 7 to Thea.
Okay. Walk around the campfire. Put my arm around this goblin. Tell me about this Ruxithid guy, eh?
Roll to put your arm around him? And I guess this is an opposed athletics check.
7.
You got a 5.
Tell me about Ruxithid, eh?
What? Get your hand off me.
Can I use my arm to try to persuade him? Give him a little massage.
Sure.
Unnatural 20.
Why do you want to speak to the big boss about? I want to know about him.
We're trying to see what it takes to get on the old man's good side, you feel me?
Well, he's got the big brain given to him by the gods.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. He's got a lot of big brains working for him too, eh?
That's all you get out of the goblin.
Tip continues eating.
Frida.
For my signature, Bite and Blast! Kya! I'll like step to the left here so I don't fucking obliterate Tip in the process.
Give me a roll.
How about a 14? That hit the last time.
This is unfair.
When Frito shoots,
Yeah, no.
I mime as if I'm like trying to get in the way.
Robert.
I'm running up on your boy and I'm gonna hit him with a rapier.
Don't hurt my homie.
He's a dirty goblin and he's stealing our jobs. I got a
You're made of farts.
22.
22 hits.
7.
Stab him for 7.
I start throwing it back for a real one.
Gerald goes to attack, hits and punches the goblin in the face for 6 damage, knocking it unconscious. Yo, fucking Thea.
Thank you. I swear, you people don't know a good thing when it slaps you in the face. How long have we been adventuring together? Literal months? And the first time in ever some creature decides to give us information on this fucking Ruxadid, you're like, nah, this time I'm not gonna fucking stop. I'm just gonna kill it. Shame on you. Shame on you and your future families.
No, not the future families.
I assume you tie up the goblin?
Yes.
Alright, it eventually wakes back up.
Don't kill yourself. Don't do
It
it.
just stares at you.
Your life is worth so much more. Which gods gave Ruxathig his big old brain?
The gods.
Is that their name?
I don't know the god's name. Just the gods.
Ruxathid has like a crystal sticking out of his head, right?
Yes, he's got that big brain.
Oh, that's what the gods gave him. A powerful crystal to control people, yes?
I don't know what it does. It's just a big brain.
But he gave you your powers?
No,
Have you always had those powers?
since I was born.
Insight roll.
Well,
22.
since he was born.
Where were you born?
At home.
What country?
Faerun.
What settlement?
He doesn't answer.
Okay, so you've always been born with powers. These other ones that were with you, they were also born with powers?
He shrugs. Didn't know them when they were born, did I?
I don't know. Was Ruxathid born with powers?
Didn't know him when he was born either.
Trick question, because you said he got them from the gods, so you're just fucking with me.
I said he got his big brain from the gods.
So the big brain has nothing to do with his powers. But he does have powers, because you answered the question. Interesting. See, you and I, we're not too different. I'm just gonna continue to stare at him and see if he gets uneasy about it.
Give me a strength saving throw.
23.
Alright. You feel like a thrust of energy try to push you backwards, but it does nothing.
Pathetic. What would you even do if you did manage to push me away?
Doesn't answer.
Hey, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, bitch. Answer me.
I'm playing hard to get, eh?
Stop.
Huh?
Are you like all the other goblins we've encountered and don't care about your own life?
Kiss him, wife.
Shut up.
Oh.
Thea looks at you with the most hatred in her eyes you've ever seen.
At me?
Well, no, the ring thing is the wife thing, right? Thea has the ring.
Oh, at Robert.
Yeah.
Wait, Thea's my wife now.
She has the ring, doesn't she?
This man is loopy as hell.
Goopy.
Oh god. He's sweating goop after all that running he did. Listen, Mr. Goblin, what was your name again?
Doesn't answer.
You gotta have a name. Or do they just call you like a number in the Ruxathid army? I'm gonna go with Clive. Clive, where I come from, people with power, you know what they love to do? They love to take advantage of others they view as weaker than them. You don't feel like maybe, I don't know, you've been kind of taken advantage of?
You don't care about farms.
All of the work you've done to help this Ruxathid, all the pain and the fighting and the stealing and the smashing, and here you are, tied up, being talked to by some ugly-ass underdarksmen, with 2 of your allies killed, your food spilled on the ground being eaten by my pet. You can't even taste the delicious meats that you were looking forward to eating for dinner. And these could be your last moments, all because you decided to follow some wretched big brain. It doesn't have to be that way, Clive. These things can change. Look into the future. See a world where you use your powers for something greater than yourself. What if you were the one to take down the mighty Ruxathid? How would your goblin brethren look at you then? I know you can hear me, Clive. Don't waste away like this. Don't give it all up. For what? Well, I tried. Cut his head off, Thea.
Intelligence saving throw, technically, as he explodes in psionic energy.
11.
Andrew, that's you too. And Thea.
19.
Thea and Oris take 5 psionic damage from the explosion.
Okay, so Ruxathid got his powers from gods. Or no, got his brain from gods.
And you also get 338 experience.
338 experience. Oh,
So who's the god of brains?
Shit, I mean, any weekend it could be. Anyway,
Perhaps we should check in with Gwyn with our information we found.
Who is this?
That's Thea.
Thea.
Robert, keep up! It's hard enough having to deal with these untalkative goblins. Meanwhile, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You ran away from us for way too long. You were out in the wild doing
You're
shit.
getting hot too? I start taking off the rest of my clothes.
Oh, my God.
When did you get your clothes back?
I still had my pants on.
Oh,
Yeah, handed them to him when he got back.
oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
What's the next move?
We go back to town.
I want to investigate the campsite and then we can go back.
All right, give me investigation.
Wow. Went from a 21 to a natural 1-3.
Looking around, you find some gold. You find 10 gold pieces, 14 silver pieces, and 17 copper pieces.
Cool.
But no further information on your quarry.
I piss in their fire and leave.
All right.
I sniff the piss steam and then leave.
You are so
You
weird.
make your way back into town.
I'm so tired.
Boris, can you stop gooning? We're almost back.
we'll make it. Don't worry.
I feel like my ribs are about to come out my butt.
Should I push them back in for you?
I said about to. Let's wait a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, let's go talk to Gwen. Like Thea said, maybe she's heard of these goblin gods that give big brain. They can give that good brain. Alright. Quickly, before I say something that hurts, laughs hurt, so... Quickly, let's just...
You head into the Stonehill Inn and see Gwen sitting at one of the tables.
I find the nearest booth and sit down. Oh,
You
God.
sit down at Gwen's booth.
Hello, Gwen.
Boris, I believe you said your name was?
I don't know if we ever said our names, but yeah.
Thorbin told me. You love
Who the fuck is Forbin?
the barkeep. Torben.
Oh. You don't know your brother's name?
That's not my brother. He employs my sister.
Oh. Well, he lied to me then. Anyway, I think I'm about to shit a rib, so let's get to this.
What have you found?
Alright, so there's this really skinny goblin with a big head, crystal sticking out his head. That's Ruxathid. He's big and powerful. He was given big brain by some gods, according to a goblin that also had magic. And the goblins were born with magic, but we don't know where they came from because they're very secretive. They probably don't want to dox themselves.
Interesting. Anything else?
Any Dwergar places around here?
Oh, good. Thank you, Robert. You have been paying attention.
Also, they want a bunch of obsidian.
Obsidian from this region.
Yes, they want obsidian. Also, Zorz was here.
Zorz.
And they might be Jedis.
That's
Jedis.
Jedis.
The Drugar axe and Zorz. That does very much narrow it down. Ruxathid, I've heard rumorings of.
You've heard what?
Rumors of.
I've heard rumbling.
Uh-huh. What kind of rumors are we talking about?
Just that increased activity in the mountains with that name
What
attached
mountains?
to Sword Mountains.
Wait.
Uh-huh. Would you mark that on my map for me?
I can do you one better. There's an old Drugar settlement in the Sword Mountains named Zorzula's Rest.
Oh, that's what they meant by the rest, probably.
And she marks it on your map.
What the fuck? That's like right next to where we found Wave Echo Cave.
Yes, the Sword Mountains are notorious for good mining locations. It's not unheard of.
That's crazy. I was there like 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago.
Oh, well.
How do we get into Zorzula's Rest? Is there like a big door we can knock on?
Does it connect through Wave Echo Cave at all?
Doing the Macarena?
It shouldn't. They were separate entities, and the dwarves don't really get along with the Drugar.
I know, never mind.
What were you gonna say?
You can... There is a surface entrance.
And so
So
what?
great.
What's our theory? The Ruxatid is working with the Dwargar to steal obsidian to make something?
Maybe he's pretending to be a Dwargar.
Maybe. Maybe he is a Dwargar, but he's a really thin one, never mind.
Yes. Pointy ears, pointy nose.
So Zorzula's Rest, what else do you know about it, Gwen?
That's all the information I have, really, unfortunately, is its location and the fact that it used to be a Drugar mining settlement quite some years ago.
So maybe there are no Dwargar at all. Perhaps the goblins have just taken up the Rest and have taken weapons from it.
The rest of what?
This is why we keep you around, Robert. Sometimes you just have a way of putting a smile on everybody's face. That's probably what it is. I assume. So who's Zorz?
Or
that's Zorzula.
Yeah, that was the leader of
Right.
the Drugar who commissioned several mining expeditions in the region.
Oh.
Wait,
So she is
what
alive.
the fuck? Wait, so
No, they're quite dead. They just named the settlement. That's like our name for the settlement. The goblins could be calling it something else.
Zorz was here would mean are the goblins calling themselves Zorz?
Possibly.
Clearly. She's reincarnated as a goblin.
Maybe they have her
Or
corpse.
maybe they're just saying the name of where they come from and being like, we were here. Like, our Phandelver
No,
was
that's
here.
stupid.
So they're just giving us a clue.
It's a load of fucking malarkey, is what I say.
So you don't believe any of this?
Nah, I think it's all cap.
I don't even think goblins are real.
Yeah.
I've never
Well,
seen
just
goblins in the same room at the same place. What?
They're short elves.
Maybe they are. You know, I never thought about what goblins actually really were. I try not to, but maybe they are short elves. Okay, Gwen, anything else you can tell us? Know anything about red wizards of Thay? Or dragon cultists?
Not more than what is generally known in the upper circles, that Thashzam rules over them in Thay, and that they're typically quite evil. And dragon cultists, typically also evil, trying to bring a Tiamat's return, the archdevil herself. Not always a good thing. Never really a good thing.
You heard anything about Kyle?
Unless you're Githyanki and then you've made a deal with Tiamat for red dragons, then you might be okay with it.
Didn't we kill Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
Kyle's dead, which means there will be no more goodness spread across the land, but I'm pretty sure those dragon cultists are close to releasing Tiamat, and somebody should do something about it. But apparently we've got some prankster goblins that we got to deal with, who are stealing all the town's
Do
obsidian.
you want to join our club of hating Kyle?
I don't have any grudge against anyone named Kyle.
Would you like to have a grudge against someone named Kyle?
He is dead.
Don't tell her that.
Do you want to join the Silver Lords just for fun?
What are the Silver Lords?
Robert, give him the pitch.
You're making the pitch hard when you keep saying that he's dead.
Who is dead? I didn't say anything.
She excuses herself from this conversation and sort of goes into her room.
Where'd she go?
Very confused about what you're talking about.
Hey,
Shit.
he's a sneaky one.
She had a good idea, though. I need to get rest.
All right.
The rest of what?
I feel my ribs coming out of my butt.
I assume everyone heads back to the inn, and we'll say 24 hours pass. People rest and sleep. Andrew, you can lose a level of exhaustion and take a long rest. I'll say do you spend the whole day just sleeping?
Yep.
All right, you can take both of yours off. Everyone can long rest back to being at full. And I assume we do get another inspiring speech in the morning.
Hell yeah.
We will leave it off there with everyone fully rested and 10 HP.
Without Sildar or Gundren, we have no one to, bounce ideas off of. We kind of just have to go and see what happens.
You can always ask Thea, but that's just asking me, the DM. So
Yeah, because Harbin's a pussy. Who
Well,
else is left in town?
that was fun for everyone.
Right.
So we're into the new content now.
Yep.
Makes sense. So the Ruxatid shit was not in the original.
Correct.
That explains why we could not find a hint of evidence about anything in the first part of the.
And you were so
adventure.
hyper focused on it, and I'm like, you're not gonna get like any information until we get past Wave Echo Cave.
You can't give me a cool name like Rooksithid and not expect me to ask every NPC about it.
No, and I love that about your character. Like it was a driving force.
Yeah, and now we know that Rooksithid's brain came from the brain gods.
I especially hope you liked the journal entry I did, even though that was like 5 hours ago.
Yeah, no, that was great. I mean, it gave me more perspective on. Oris has complicated thoughts about the Unseelie Court, clearly, and while he didn't Nazar, he understood him, I think.
Well, I've had to go piss for like 3 hours, so I am.
My God.
No, for 3.
So I am gonna say goodnight for today.